Hi, DevSecOps is about better collaboration between development, security, and operations teams, along with then the faster time to market of the software that's going to be security assured. However, it's not just a matter of wrapping a few security tool APIs into your favorite CI/CD system and then calling it a day, because DevSecOps programs and the tooling and processes will mature over time as new tools are added, new teams come on board, and as those processes update. And the last thing you want to do is clog up and confuse your CI/CD pipelines with integrations and outputs from lots of different point security tools that's going to end up giving you extra work. Because there's no one size fits all DevSecOps process. And we recognize that every company is at a different stage when it comes to their DevSecOps, DevOps, or even agile journeys. However, we have some essential considerations that you can get started with. Hi, my name's Guy Robinson, and I'm the founder and Chief Security Officer of Uleska. Uleska is an automation platform that helps you implement and scale your application security programs by fully automating and orchestrating your preferred security tools in your CI/CD. In this video, we're going to be showing how to do DevSecOps without consistently tearing apart your CI/CD pipelines. So make security part of the software development workflow. Now, DevSecOps can unite developers and security professionals in an environment of collaboration, but you can't ignore the level of friction that has traditionally existed. There's lots of things that put pressure on the CI/CD pipeline when it comes to security. Things such as the code and scripting to hook in these various security tool APIs or Docker or CLIs, etc., into all of your different project pipelines. Communicating and collecting all those results from all of these tools and doing something with it. Trying to prioritize the security issues that come out of that, to which ones that need attention and which ones don't, and your go, no-go decisions. Communicating through various channels like Slack and Jira, etc., all these various security issues as they come up, and recording security metrics to tell the full pipeline story, and so you can do continual improvement. Now, dev and security teams can work in silos and end up thinking that each team creates more work for the other than they solve, and that kind of defeats the main principle of DevSecOps. Instead, a mindset change, making security part of the workflow, is sought after, but it is easier said than done. DevOps teams focus on improving and refining their pipelines based on the needs of all the different teams around them. And now, with DevSecOps coming in, security teams want to join the party, but with requirements that just aren't as straightforward as some others. With organizations potentially pushing new versions of code into production, 60 plus times a day, automation security is the answer. And if you think increased security is going to slow things down, well, we're here to dispel that. I get the reluctance. We've seen over and over again that automation of security tasks and the automation around the security tools, during development helps ease the job of having DevSecOps into the CI/CD pipeline. So go for automation, automation, automation. For security tools to keep pace with the code delivery in a CI/CD environment, automation of security is the only answer. Weaving security tools and tasks into SDLC automation, like DevSecOps platforms that automate the running of security tools, the collecting, the consolidation of all the report data, the updating of the other development systems, etc. They remove a lot of the manual and hard security work, and do that all without changing the DevOps code line. This means security can be flexible to change the tools or profiles that they need to run with, without needing permissions every day for DevOps to go in and change information about the pipeline configuration or setup across all the various projects that are being run. Take, for example, the Uleska platform. Our CLI and API logic allows Uleska then to run the security testing and orchestrate all the tools consistently for all your various projects. Now, this means regardless of the project logic or the CI/CD system being used, the same template can be used to invoke the security testing through Uleska. Not only does this ease the job of having DevSecOps into the CI/CD pipeline consistently and scalably across all your different projects, but it makes it quicker and easy for security changes to be made into their logic and which tools is run, etc., since they're being configured outside of the main CI/CD logic. You got to find your balance with automated security. Doing DevSecOps right is a fine balance. And if you approach it as a simple automation task, it's likely to result in clunky connections to an ever-growing list of security tools, as well as large lists of security issues then being thrown back to your developers. The DevSecOps processes in many companies are still maturing, and this means the tech, the tools, and the processes are going to continually evolve. However, if this logic is rooted within the CI/CD pipeline logic, then there's going to be constant requests to update the pipeline logic from the point of view of security. And given there's already plenty of requests coming into the DevOps teams for pipeline changes, this means the security has to compete for time and importance with everything else, which slows security integration down. You might think that the CI/CD pipeline is a sensible place to hold the logic to do DevSecOps. However, we've seen that that's not the case. This is the reason why DevSecOps platforms like Uleska have separated the setup and configuration of DevSecOps away from the core CI/CD pipeline while still being driven by it. Because at the heart of it all, security products need to integrate into the development pipeline and enable both development and security teams to work together instead of just throwing things over the fence at each other and calling it a day. Many of the tools required to insert security into Agile DevOps are still emerging. As the methodology matures, you need a reliable platform that can scale with your programs, making it easy for you to adopt new tools, adopt new ways of working or new security processes, and making it easy to onboard new teams and new projects into your new DevSecOps. So as a recap, make security part of the development workflow, strive for automation, 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 give your teams their valuable time back, and finding balance with automated security. So join us for our next few videos, where we're going to be giving more insights into how you can fit DevSecOps into your CI/CD pipelines.